Hey YouTube, my name is Rab, and today I'm going to be doing a reward for customers. Have you ever wanted to make a channel point redemption that plays random audio files from a list of them? That way you don't have to have 5 or 6 different channel point redemptions, you can just do one. Have you ever wanted them to just be random fart noises? That way you can have variety in farting, kind of like this. Or maybe like this. If that's the case, then you've come to the right place. My name is Rab, and today we're going to be making channel point redemptions with randomizers. We're going to be using the Touch Portal software, and we're also going to be using OBS. Hey guys, this is Post Editing Rab here, and I forgot to mention that this tutorial is assuming the fact that you already know how to connect Touch Portal to your Twitch and also connect it to your OBS software. So if you haven't done that, or if you don't know how to do that, I will provide links in the description below to follow along. Some other people know how to set it up properly way better than I do, so I'm just going to reference them and tell them Rab sent you. So the channel point redemption that we're going to be adding in today is going to be a it's supposed to be a randomizer of sorts. The randomizer in question is going to be random fart voice lines. So basically what I've done here is gone through a list of, I'd say 10 or so farts, and made it to where whenever a user uses their channel points to redeem them in my stream, they can play a randomized voice line in this instance. It's honestly pretty simple, and it might be a little bit unoptimized, but I really don't have a lot of coding experience, so bear with me. Feel free to go into the comments below, talk about what you use for your randomizers if you do have them, or any other cool ideas that you may want implemented. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the coding process. This is the main screen that you're going to be using here. We don't need to worry about this screen here because these are all for buttons. So scene transition, stuff like that, you can use that here. What we want to do is go to the events tab here. There is another step to this that you have to do as well. With this randomizer of sorts, in this situation, I would have the value fart, right? Because we are trying to do farts here. So anything that references this fart value, it will execute using this value. So long story short, what you want to do, create you a value, right? You're going to hit the plus sign here. And when you add this value, you can call it whatever ID you want. In this instance, I'm calling it fart_random because that's what it is. And then you would name it whatever ID you want. Don't worry about the default value. I would set this to free form. Then you're going to click save. Now we're going to go over to events, and we're going to create a new event here. Now this kind of looks intimidating from the beginning, but I promise once you understand it, it's not that hard. Trust. I mean, what we're going to do here, we're going to name our event. What is the event that we want to do? Fart randomizer. And then the next drop down, you're going to click down event, and we're going to scroll down to where it says Twitch on channel points redeemed. And this is very important because it will not do it if you don't have this selection enabled. Next thing you want to do, cooldown time. It does it in milliseconds. What I like to do is just set the cooldown time equal to the time frame of the audio file that you're playing, or if you have like a cooldown in your channel points. So what we're gonna do is just set like a 30-second timer. 30 seconds in milliseconds is 30,000. And what we're gonna do is set this in the queue lane 0. Now, if this is the only event that you're gonna be setting up here, you don't need to worry about this queue lane. What this does is if you have like multiple channel point redemptions that you want to set up, you want to all set them up in the same lane. That way, if somebody redeems like 3 or 4 different channel point redemptions at the same time, you don't want them all going off at the same time, right? So you set them up in this queue lane. That way, they're not going to all play at once. They will be queued in a system. When this one finishes, this one will play. And then when this one finishes, this one will play. So it puts it in a queue or a line. Next thing we're going to do here, right? When channel points are redeemed for ID, you want to go into your rewards. You're going to click on manage rewards. And in your rewards tab here, you're going to click Manage Rewards and Challenges, and then you're going to go to add a new custom reward. Just create you a custom reward, call it whatever you want, describe it, set a cost for it, and then you'll click Save. What you want to do when you with your channel point redemption ID, you want to make sure that this text box is the exact same as this text here. So type it in, capitalized, spaces, everything. Because if it isn't, it's not going to work. The actions that we're going to do are a bunch of audio files. What we're going to do, we're going to tell it to play audio. I'm going to pull up this add action play audio, saying playback audio, use the audio system, and it wants you to pick a file. We're going to go to our files here. I stored all of my farts in a folder here, so we're just going to click the first one. So now what this is saying, whenever they go here and they click Toot Poot and they click redeem, it will play this audio file on your computer. What we want to do though is variety. We want some variety in our farts. We want some wet farts. We want some reverb farts. We want some really, really long drawn out farts. We want some farts that sound like Chewbacca. We want some like really raunchy, nasty farts. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna do, we're gonna add all of the audio files. So for you at home, if you're following along, add all of the audio files or text strings or whatever you want. I will see you in just a second. All right, so we have added all of our play audio files here. So now, theoretically, whenever somebody redeems the channel point Toot Poot, it will play every one of these files, guys. Do I do this or do I not? I think we do this. We're just gonna nonchalantly just press this button here and... Oh God. Oh God, it's awful. Well, that was very interesting. All right, now what we need to do is instead of playing all the text strings at once, we need to pick one text file out of these and play it. In order to do that, we need to set each one of these audio files to a value. And in order to set them to a value, we need to reference the value that we had set up earlier. So we're going to go to the Add Actions tab again, Values, Randomize Value. We're going to drag this to the top. And we're gonna click this drop down menu, click our value fart that we made earlier, and make it a value between 0 and 10. Now, the next thing that we need to do here, we need to create if-then statements. So we're gonna go to the logic tab and we're going to go to if statement plus else. So what is this telling us exactly right now? So let's just ignore the purple and the green for a second. What it's doing whenever you click your channel point redemption, whenever a viewer does, it's assigning a value fart to a number between 0 and 10. Once it picks that 0 and 10, we need to tell it to say, okay, if the number that you picked is 0, so if value fart is 0, you will play these strings of text. Now, what is it going to do if it's not 0? Okay, well, we have to say if it isn't, go to the else. Okay, so basically what this is saying here, right? Whenever a Twitch viewer uses the channel point redemption Toot Poot, this tool, Touch Portal, will set a flow of actions to randomize a value to a value between 0 and 10. Whatever value it sets, depending on what number it is, it will play a certain string. Once it gets to that number string, it will play this audio, and then it will say, okay, I have done everything that I needed to do. I will go to the end if statement. All right, we have finished our first randomizer, guys. Okay, everybody, it is probably about like 3-4 o'clock in the morning at this point, and I could not for the life of me figure out why it wasn't working, but I have officially figured out the problem after so much pain and turmoil. So much. Basically what was going on, there was some sort of a connection issue with my Touch Portal Pro subscription. I forgot to mention this earlier, but in order to use these turn time events and values, you need to have the Pro subscription. Another issue that I was having, I think, was that the coding that I set up originally, I guess continuously going with the if-then statements, what I did was is after every one of these strings, I had a stop executing actions in current flows. That way, if the value is found here, it plays it and then it stops the current value here. That way, it doesn't have to keep going through these end if statements and possibly getting linked up here and going, you know, forever. I don't know if that's the case, but I was experiencing a lot of issues. Now that I've done this though, I have not had any issues, and I'm hoping that I don't have any issues in the future. And also I've added a kind of a little extra little tidbit here. Whenever you do the channel point redemption, it gives us a chat message, and then certain ones, like this one sounds like Chewbacca, right? I made it to do like an extra text string for those kind of like Easter egg redemptions. So now, without further ado, let us see this in action. You are a chat goer, gamer, whatever you are, and you're gonna come in here and you're gonna go, oh man, what is Toot Poo? This looks crazy. Let me click on this and see what it does. Nice, dude, nice. And then just to verify that it works again, we're gonna redeem it again, and let's go, dude. We got the random farts going. Awesome. So if you guys have any questions about anything here, definitely feel free to contact me. Let me know. Post it in the comments section. I could try to connect you as easy as possible. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see y'all on the next one. Much love and have a fantastic evening. Deuces.